Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, Octav. Hello, Daisy.
Hi, Claudia. Hey, Daisy.
Hello. Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening, wherever we are. Hello in the Sunday consciousness, and hello in this energy, Sunday energy, which is amazingly beautiful. And so glad that we are here together. We are just waiting for a few moments for the people to come. And yeah, slowly we will introduce the space, we will introduce the room, we will introduce the topic, and we will just step by step start to feel the connection, the frequency, the connection with the topic and the space, and the connection between us. We are here, both of us, we are here in Romania, and we are in Bucharest, and I am now just north of Bucharest, a few kilometers north of Bucharest, capital of Romania, and the weather is so gentle. It's a sunny day. It seems it's not winter. It's like more like spring, right, Octav?
Yeah, feels like spring.
Yes, so beautiful. I will introduce the space. Step by step, the people will come, I am sure, and we welcome all of you, and we welcome all of the people who will come and who will listen, because the recording is open and will be available for some days or weeks. And yes, so this is the first gathering within Hara Center Space, or Club, how it is called here, on Clubhouse. And this is the first room opened from Hara Center. So I will make a short introduction just to let you know. Most of you already know, but for those of you who don't, Hara Center, it is let's say a real center, also a material center, a manifested center, and now is also here energetically subtle and in this audio platform. And it is a holistic center. It was born on 18th of May 2018 while I was doing the ambassador program in the Jinkies with Richard Rudd and some other fellow ambassadors. And it was such a beautiful transmission because I really listened to open this holistic center. And the message came that this center is a global one. And I was a little bit shocked at the beginning because I felt this responsibility, but at the same time I listened really the beauty of the message, and I listened the standard frequency of this. It was like a new mission or something like that. So I announced this space, and step by step since then, through the Jinkies transmission, it is true, this is the spine of the holistic center. More and more people started to come for one-on-one meetings, but also group sessions. At the beginning, in the first years, physically, we have met a lot physically, and this was so beautiful because there is a physical space called Hara Center as well. Let's say physical, let's say home or hearth, you know, but also step by step online. So we developed this here in Romania, where it was born, but step by step also globally in some other countries with some other people, be it Jinkies ambassadors or not only, because the Hara Center, the dream for Hara Center is to become an integrative center to gather people who work with a rainbow. This is how I listened it, a rainbow of ways, of paths, of possibilities, of ways of expression toward ourself. We started with the Jenkins transmission and we continue with it, but there are people who also work with some other tools, or they combine them as well, whereas the Jenkins transmission remain as a spine. So I'm inspired so much to continue to grow, and there are people who came near me and who offered their wonderful gifts to just form a beautiful fellowship and to grow this beautiful endeavor. And Octav is one of the beautiful souls who came, and some of you are also here listening as well. And I feel a lot of gratitude for you, and I will name you Liana and Andrada and Daniela as well. So you are around me just in Hara team, synarchy, how we call it, to grow it. And now in this space, here on Clubhouse, I was inspired to open a room dedicated to the listening quality and dedicated to this so powerful value in our lives, because I felt so strongly from my experience, life experience overall, but also from my work, from my service with the people, that listening is one of the biggest needs that we have. To be listened really in so many contexts, and there is so much need from so many spaces inside us. But also I felt this need to let ourselves be listened. So I said, wow, this is a wonderful space here in Clubhouse sorry, to reach both needs, to meet both needs, to cultivate this relationship with our inner listening and also with our outer listening, and also to cultivate the relationship with the quality of being a speaker and letting ourselves speak, communicate, transmit, share, and touch others from our essence. So basically, this is my introduction, and thank you so much. I'm Claudia. I'm the founder of Hara Center and also here on Clubhouse, and I'm complete for now, and I want to invite Octav for his short introduction, and after that we will do a short attunement. Please, Octav.
Thank you, Claudia. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining, and I'm really happy that we are all together today. As Claudia mentioned, I'm one of the souls that have joined the calling that I honestly felt like I was being called at that time. So I'm very happy that my answer was yes. And yeah, since I joined Hara Center, I've changed a lot personally, and not only. I have felt the support of the space and the energy of the space within my growth journey since then. So I'm extremely grateful to Hara Center and to Claudia, and of course to everyone that I've met and I will meet while being on this journey alongside Hara. Yes, I acknowledge what you've said, Claudia, and thank you for that. I indeed have, I guess it's, if we're talking about the Jinkies, I guess it's a generic power of listening, of, I don't know, capacity of listening. And it has always been easy for me to do that, to receive other people, to listen to them. And for a very long time, I did not realize how important this can be for others and for myself, because being something so easy for me to do, the false concept of anything that is simple is not worthy, but that's not the case. That was just a misconception. So yes, with time I started to realize that people just need to be listened to. For a lot of times that is the case, and it's a work in progress for me as well, because the savior sometimes just wants to provide solutions, but the solution most of the times is just to listen and to acknowledge the other. Well, for me, I have discovered some time back that being listened to is very important. And the way I've discovered it was I noticed that I was raising my voice to someone when I was speaking, and I felt like I didn't have the attention that I thought that I deserved at that point. So even if it was an entitled thing to do, it helped me to realize that I have this need, and then I extrapolated to the others around me, and I understood how important it is for them too. So since then it has been, and it still is a process and a journey, because you know, I've went through a lot of phases in which when someone was trying to speak to me, I was listening to them regardless of how I felt. You know, I was ignoring my boundaries, my inner story at that point. So that has been a journey, and it's still a journey. So right now, I am very happy to be here. I'm very happy to listen to your stories. So we are inviting you in. Basically, this room is for sharing, is for sharing our inner wisdom that we all have, and by sharing with one another, maybe we can get something, and understand something and about ourselves and about others, and that could help us along the way. The topic of listening is, like I said, at first glance, it's a pretty simple topic, but it's when we, at the first glance, that's a simple topic, but at the second glance, the topic gets pretty deep. It's a very sensitive topic, and I'm really hoping that with this room we can raise awareness on this subject and on its importance, so that we can help. First of all, it's very helpful for us, but maybe if we can help others, just to get a little more consciousness, a little more presence in this area of our lives, of the listening, it's a victory. It's a victory for consciousness. So thank you again for coming here. Claudia, back to you.
Thank you. Such a beautiful introduction, Octav. Thank you so much. So what I propose to you is to just do a short attunement in order to really understand why Hara Center, why it is this name, and how we can feel this Hara Center inside us. So what I propose to you is just, if it is possible for you, to close your eyes and to go inside you. We usually use the breath for that, because this helps us to just a little bit isolate from the outer noise or possible distractions. So let's go there inside, and let's recognize that energy, that texture that we have there. Let's recognize the emanation that we have there, that is really that soft presence of ourselves, of our divine self. And I know that this emanation usually likes to play inside us, so likes to really travel and likes to just expand in every particle of our being inside us, obviously, because it's the whole playground that makes our emanation feel good, because it likes to inhabit the vessel where we are, that beautiful temple that receives us. So of course the emanation plays a lot there. So let's just feel that, the playfulness of our sweet energy. And we may feel that this emanation sometimes, it's like plays maybe too much and it scatters from the center. And sometimes it needs to just go back to that place, which is that one point in the center. It's the gravity point in the body, and energetically is a little bit behind the navel, or actually it's between the navel and the spine. It's there in the middle, in the center of our temple, which is the body. And this point is such a mysterious place. This 0 point, how I like to call it, it's really that beautiful place where we just recognize fully, utterly our spirit, this encounter between our spirit and this temple where we came in this life, in this time. And whenever we manage to connect with this encounter between our spirit and the temple, there is such a beautiful, frequency and sensation, or combination of sensations that we have in the body. Because there, in the Hara center, the inner Hara center, there we just synchronize with the pulse of life. It's such a beauty where we just are pulsating. Nothing else, we are pulsating. Is that place where we feel that actually God breathes through us. This is such a beauty because it stabilizes us. It's anchoring us. We feel such a safety, such a security there. We feel that stillness. We don't need anything else, just to feel the sensation, just to feel that frequency. Because there we understand that we are love, we are life, we are light. We are listened. And from there, we are so open that we can listen life through others. So that is such a mysterious place, and I strongly feel that in that inner Hara center, we are so talented. We have this quality of both inner and outer listener. And also from there, we may shine so beautifully while we speak, while we let our quintessence be listened, be seen, be expressed, be shared. So this is what I wanted to connect you with, that beautiful frequency that we are there. And in this Sunday consciousness where we are, and for those of you who work with the Gene Keys, in this beautiful frequency of Gene Key 13, that is the hexagram, the life code of listening, actually. Maybe we can feel this frequency even clearer. And with that, what I invite you now at the end of this attunement is to just move our attention outside, just keeping the frequency that we just kept there, but just to move our attention toward the others. We know that even if we don't know ourselves, or if we know ourselves, we can connect on the subtle plane with the others. So I propose to you to connect our inner hara centers between us, thus anchoring this space where we are, this room called the power of listening. And just to listen a little bit, the pulse of life from the hara center of others. And just to feel how the common auric field between us is being formed, to listen how it pulsates and how our pulses synchronize right now. And with that, I thank you very much, and I invite you to just open your eyes and come back here and now. And let's just open the discussion. And the topic for today that we propose together with Octav is, where from do we listen? Which is the space inside us? Or maybe the need inside us? Or maybe the place inside us from we noticed in our lives that we used to listen. And how does this feel in our bodies? How does this feel in our relationship, in our families, in our communities? So let's start to share a little bit about this. And it is not necessary to be perfect. We know that in these rooms, we are not professional speakers. Most of us, we are not professional speakers. We are here just to practice. We are here just to connect. And we are here, like Octav said, to just feel the richness of this practice of this exercise. And I see that all of you are not new with Clubhouse, so you know that already, that if you want to come here with us and to share, you just press the little button with a hand on the bottom of the screen, and you'll have the mic activated. So you will be so gladly listened by all of us. Thank you so much. So I give you the mic, Octav, if you'd like anything to share until some people will come here. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Claudia. Yes, so regarding the theme that we have proposed for today, for me it's important to begin with the word boundaries. This word is it's not very old for me, so I know the word for a long time. But actually working with my boundaries and with other boundaries is somehow new. I've started to do it consciously for the past years, like 2 or 3 years maybe. And I still understand that I have a long journey ahead. But in this context of the space from where we listen to, the space from where we listen others or ourselves, I think it's for me at least it's very close to the boundaries, and these boundaries are basically some lessons learned, if I may call them like that, about myself. And I'm talking about my boundaries when I listen to others or myself. And these boundaries help me understand that I have limits. What are those limits, and how can I operate within those limits? When those limits are exceeded, the boundaries are exceeded, and I do not feel that I'm honoring myself or the other when that happens. So why I wanted to bring boundaries into discussion is the space from which we are listening is very related to our state from that moment. So let's say that I'm having a conversation with someone and I feel, I don't know, I'm not very centered, I'm a bit off, I'm low on energy, maybe I have something on my mind. But that other person is also in a space where he or she needs to share. So it would be very helpful for that person to share. I've tried to listen. I've listened for a lot of times from that space where I was not centered. And like I said, I didn't do any honor to myself nor the other person. So what I've learned through this trial and error process, I have 3 lines in human design, so I do a lot of trial and error. And what I've learned through this process of trial and error is that I have to be honest with myself. I have to be very honest of my current emotions, my current state of being, my current level of energy, my mood. It's a pretty big palette of I don't know, particularities that come together and form my state of being at that time. So I've learned during the years that it's the right thing to do. If I don't like to speak about right and wrong, but this is just an expression maybe. So the right thing to do for me is to tell the other person that I cannot listen to him, or if I can, just stay there, listen and breathe. Also, so besides boundaries, I think that another thing that it's worth mentioning at this point is the way we connect to ourselves and to our bodies and to our emotional bodies and mental bodies and all the other bodies. And the level of awareness that we have in these relationships. Because it's crucial to have some sort of a connection with these aspects of us, with these parts of us, because without that, we cannot be aware of our current state. Therefore, we cannot be able or capable to receive the other, or to be received, or yes. Listening and receiving, for me, they are pretty similar. for those of you that work with human design, I'm reflector type. So all my centers are open. All my centers are receiving energy from my environment, from the people around me. So yeah, maybe that's why for me it was always simple. It was not simple. It was natural, because it's not simple. Maybe that is why for me it was always natural to get to listen to others, to be happy to listen to others. And you know, I've noticed that during my less conscious years, I had a lot of people around me that love to talk. And yeah, when I realized that, I mean, I just took a look around at some point and realized that, oh my God, these people all love to talk, and I do not get my chance to talk. So that was an interesting signal for me. However, maybe for others it's not that easy, and I fully understand that. It's I think it's also related to how we are socially brought up. For me, the listening topic was something that I discovered consciously, and you know, its importance when I was way into my adult life. So I really didn't get to put some awareness into this process while I was growing up. I'm not saying that it was good or bad. I'm just saying that this has shaped me the way I am. And right now, I understand that this might help others in their process as well. It will be very nice. This is more of a semi off topic, but for me it will be very nice to have this topic in our schools, maybe, or in our mentality when we raise our children, to just to make them aware of what really happens when we listen and when we talk, how this energy exchange is happening, and how important it is to be aware of you, of yourself, and of your capacity to receive and to be received. Okay. Like Claudia said, we have Priya with us. Okay. So, Claudia, before we hand over the mic to Priya, would you like something to add here?
Yes, just a little bit. Thank you so much, Octavian. That was so sweet and so beautiful. And yes, I liked what you said now at the end. Wow. To have in our schools, in our universities, like in the curricula, this listening, part. Wow, this would be really, really wonderful. Thank you so much for this opening and for what you really shared with us from your process, from your learning, from your growth, from your perspective. And what I would like to add, just passing the mic to Priya, and I'm so glad, Priya, that you are here. We met in other Jinkies rooms, in the Jinkies Club, and Priya is also participating in the Jinkies and Parenting room, and I'm so glad that we have you here with us. What I wanted to add is just to even more enrich the perspectives from which we may speak or share or see this topic, is the listening of the needs, because now as you brought this human design type, I'm a projector in human design, so I realized in my life and in my service that I cannot really listen to the needs of others if I do not listen to my needs. So starting from the physical ones, and then the more and more subtle ones, So this is so important and so healthy to just cultivate the relationship with your needs. And whenever I managed to listen to my needs in the moment, in the now, in the present, my body was and my bodies were so happy and they get more relaxed. And I even could just put those boundaries that you, Octav, talked about easier. And obviously, I was more able to really listen and connect with the essence of the other. So the quality of the listening was, let's say, higher. Let's call it like that. So, yeah, I wanted to plant that seed as well in this moment. And thank you for listening. And now I invite Priya to just open your mic and we listen to you, dear.
Thank you, Claudia, for your warm welcome, and thank you, Octavian, for your all your sharing about your experience. I felt very welcomed by that. I'm Priya. I'm coming to you all from California, United States. It was just, I happened to come on here. And I have the 13th gene key in my life's work. And some people here maybe are also in the Pearl Retreat, and we're in this place of the brand, which is also the life's work. We're just leaving. But yeah, so this has been a big contemplation, and we just moved into this key. We're passing through the 13th, and so yes, that means that it's my birthday. And maybe somebody else here also is has the 13th in their sun. But I loved, Octavian, what you spoke about the boundaries, and I could feel how much that has meant to you on your journey of listening to yourself. And that's the part that I felt so received by, because I also got to take a deeper breath and say to myself, yes, there are so many stages of listening, and at times I will go through processes where I feel that my listening will come to, or my receiving will move to another pitch. And during those times, it can be very hard, like there can feel a lot of pressure and a lot of fears of letting go of the way that it was and opening up into an unknown way that hasn't been known by the cells of my body just yet, but there's some part of me that's being pulled into an unknown way. And so I very much feel myself in that process, as I've been, the 13th gene key has been, I've been contemplating, it's been contemplating me maybe for a while. And I think when I let, or not that I'm letting, but there's a relationship where these higher frequencies begin to flow into our bodies more and begin to live or integrate more. There's part of it that can feel like pressure And I think for myself, I've had this misunderstanding that higher spiritual energies always mean light and love and ease and grace. And sometimes I feel alone when I feel that there's a pressure in it. Oof. Thank you for receiving me here as we grow and change and open. I think I'll pause for now and let the conversation continue.
Priya, I continue breathing. Wow. That was so beautiful, so natural, so authentic. First of all, happy birthday. May you shine each instant of your life.
Thank you, thank you.
And yes, may you, this is what I wish you, that in this new journey around the sun, from starting from now, wow, to feel this inner sun pulsating inside you, really. To feel this beautiful, beautiful invitation to let yourself shine more and more and more, utterly. And I loved a lot that you brought this value. This is how really it comes to me right now. It is a quality, but more than that, I feel to call it like a value. The value to receive and to let yourself be received. You know, because this is, wow, such a secret, speaking about this beautiful hexagram 13 or life code or gene key or gate. Wow, this is a beautiful secret of finding the balance, you know, between being open to receive and be received. And I can feel it, you know, I don't have gene key 13 in my profile, but I feel it so, I don't know, so alive in me. Actually, I have opened a Facebook group that is called right now, like that, sorry, like open to receive and be received. I can feel this quality of being able to receive a person, an experience, a relationship, fully in the heart, fully there, with all the risk, no matter what. So to receive fully, let's take a person, you know, from all these examples, let's take a person, to receive him or her fully, with their life story, with his or her wounds, with his or her expression of the wounds, and also with his or her ecstasy, you know, and delight, and I mean, to open the heart in such to such an extent to receive fully a person. This is not a usual quality. This is an unusual quality. But it represents the times we are in, and it represents this new human, and this sacred human, this new level of consciousness. You know, being able to risk so much, to connect from essence to essence, from wound to wound. I mean, such a connection, such a deep connection. And this is so beautiful. And whenever you manage that, wow, from that generosity, from that empathy, you know, you just, you become, this is how it comes to me right now. You become like a fountain of light. you become a shining star, really, from that inner Hara center, really. But a sun that it's not burning, it's like a solace, and it embraces the other. So, wow, this is so beautiful. Thank you so much, and yes, beautiful celebration. Thank you for being with us and for coming to share your experience and this beautiful moment that is so intimate for you, and you prefer to come here for an hour and so to be with us. Thank you, Priya, so much. So, Octav, whatever you would like to really continue to bring here.
Thank you, Claudia. First of all, happy birthday, Priya. Like Claudia said, we are very, very happy that you chose to be with us on this special day. And thank you for your open and sweet moment of sharing. It has been very precious, and I hope that you will choose to come with us again, and maybe today you will share some more with us. What I wanted to add, well, actually, before doing that, just want to remind everybody that if you want to come and share with us, just click the little hand on your screen, and we will invite you on stage with us and give you the mic. Yes, so when you were speaking, Priya and Claudia, I've heard a word inside of me. It was stillness. So I guess Gene Key 52 is with us as well. As you mentioned, Claudia, the fountain of light. I've imagined, I visualized that fountain when you were speaking, and what was remarkable for me was that it was a human form fountain, and it was very, very still. So yeah, that's when the 50-second Jinky came to me. I guess this applies to all. The stillness applies to several areas of ourselves, and when we imagine ourselves as, or when we are in the role of the receiver, I have a lot of practical examples in my mind that come. I'm more of a practical example sort of sharer. So yeah, when I've had several situations. Also, this is also continuing what I said earlier. So I had several situations when I really wanted to be there for someone, and I went ahead without listening to what my actual need was. So I was actually feeling my energy pulsating and moving from left to right, and I was basically, as time went by and I was struggling to be there and to provide support, I felt like I was disintegrating into more and more pieces. So yeah, that's the result for me when I cannot find that stillness while receiving. And like you said, Claudia, again, it's about finding the balance between giving and receiving. I think that as simple or as, I don't know, cliche as that might sound, I think that's one of the, at least until my current experience, that is one of the secrets of life, of my life at least. Finding balance in all, but in this case, in giving and receiving. I really feel that this process shapes the way we interact, the way we live, the way we expect to live, and the way we expect from others. So So yeah, it's a lot of, I feel a lot of richness from your contemplations, Priya and Claudia. So again, thank you for bringing that with us. For now, I think I'm gonna stop. I think I will have a closure in a few minutes. So Claudia or Priya, if you feel like continuing, please.
Oh, Octav, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much. I felt really, while you were speaking, I felt that empathy in the field, you know. I felt the same. There's this integration that you were talking about. I really felt it in my body as well. This field is so, wow, this is so powerful. The link between us, and we are in many places physically now, so, but it's so beautiful. What I wanted to add, Priya, now, because you spoke about Jinki 13, and we know that it is partnering with Jinki 7 in the evolution. So, yeah, I would like, I don't know if you feel comfortable to share a little bit how you feel your role as a guide. How has it showed to you? How has it introduced to you, to yourself in your life, this role as a guide toward, I don't know, maybe your children or maybe some other people, or maybe you are a guide, you are guiding somehow. How is this in your life? If you'd like to share a little bit about it, until somebody else would like to come here with us. We have a few more minutes. We may stay until, I don't know, past 15 minutes, you know. So if you'd like to share a little bit this, I don't know.
Hi. Yes, I'd be happy to share, but I also want to give